What's going on, guys? This is Phenomenal09 coming at you with an exclusive boot. This boot I actually acquired at the Bernabeu store. This is Santiago Bernabeu, and if you don't know, that is the name of the stadium in which Real Madrid plays, Tienda Bernabeu. This is the bag whenever you purchase something there that comes in. So that's theirs. And then here, with a little tilt, I have the shoes. These are the exclusives which I picked up. I have two pair. They were such an item that I felt I needed in my collection that I decided to buy two. However, I feel I'm gonna sell one pair and keep the other. So whichever pair you decide to choose, because I am selling these, or I'm selling one of them. I'm sorry, I'm selling one. Pick whichever size you want. I have a size US 9.5, which is a UK size 9, and I have the size US 10, which is a UK 9.5. Let's go ahead and open these beauties up. I went ahead and pulled out one of the insoles, and then you receive a second pair, which are the ultralight version. These are the comfort version, which you can see there's a stitching on the Adidas logo, and the logo is actually a patch. Has almost like a suede feel to it, and that one's called Comfort. It's supposed to add an ounce to the weight of the shoe. And this is the ultralight, which, if you notice, the Adidas logo does not arise off the heel, and it is actually printed on. And those are the light versions. Okay. Here are the boots. Here they are, guys. This is the Spanish commemorative edition, released in Spain, only in Spain. 60 pair of these were released in Madrid, and the other 40 were released throughout the country of Spain. So none of them actually left Spain unless you were in the country the day they were released and were able to get them as a tourist and happen to be in town. Okay, here we go. Let's start off with these. These are the size 10. I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate these, and you can assume that anything I say about these is identical to this pair, besides the size. Okay. I'll keep these over here. Okay, let's get into it. Noticeable differences. People at first glance may assume that these are the yellow version, which are very common, and these are not. The reason why they also continued, had Spain been anything else besides yellow, this would have been a completely different color, obviously. This version was to commemorate the World Cup win in South Africa just recently. So you can see that they have the colorway gold with an emphasis on the red, whereas the other ones would have had more emphasis on black and, I believe, no red. If you can see there, the Adidas logo is in red, whereas in the other version they would have been black. If you look at the Adidas stripes, and now I'm going into the features which are most noticeable, these stripes would have been black, wrapping around all the way to the back. And on this version, obviously, they're red. When we go to the laces, you have red laces now versus black laces. Your tongue is also the same colorway as the exterior of the boot, and your logo is black. And you can see the logo of Adidas, and you can see the F50 stamp. Okay. On the other version, which is a yellow version with black, which is the standard version, this whole tongue would have been black running down the middle with a yellow Adidas logo. So notice that they added more yellow and exchanged most of the black for red. Here we go. Okay. Now, when I go to the top of the lacing, back to the top, you can see that there's almost like a puzzle pattern that runs along the edge of these. And if you have a pair of F50s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This lining that runs across here is the smoke gray on the other version of the boot. The Champion, or the Campeones edition, which this is, comes in clear, so you can see through to the gold color. This lining here that runs from approximately here all the way across around here is, and this is probably the better place to see it here all the way, is clear. On the other version, it would have been a smoke gray with a pinstripe and runs all the way along. You can kind of see the stripe. It would have been a black color. On these, on these boots, it came in clear with a silver pinstripe, and I'm gonna get a little close so you can see the striping. You can see the striping there, and you can start seeing it there. Well, that's extremely bright. These shoes are very reflective, so note that that even though I have lighting in here that's pretty bright, and I've tried to work with it, it's still the shoe. The shoe gives off a ton of shine, and if you notice there, that's probably the best way. You can see the Adizero is written in there, and it's written in silver versus black, like I mentioned earlier. And you can see the line there. See that silver? Okay. Let's move on. If I take it to the inside, the inner lining you can see is red on the heel and along your ankle. All that area on your standard version of the shoe, which is not the Campeones edition, the limited edition, would have been black. So all this inner lining is going to be red and should be red if someone's advertising this shoe. By the way, I've looked on eBay. Not too many people have these. And when I say not too many, I'm saying I'm the only one that I know of them that's advertising them, including YouTube and any other link. I've done my Google searches. Please do them yourself and you'll realize that. As I go to the back, you're going to notice the more distinctive features which let you know that it's a special edition. This tongue, for example, has also been changed. The colorway went from black surrounding a gold Adidas logo. Here it's more gold with a small black Adidas logo. And then, as you can see here, there's a golden star with a number written 2010 at the bottom, and that represents the year of the World Cup in which Spain just acquired their World Cup championship. The star represents their one victory, not just only their one victory, but their only victory. This is going to be that much more special because this is their first World Cup win ever. If you look at Brazil, they have 5 of them, representing their 5 World Cup wins. Let's see. On the inside, like I said, there's a tongue. There's going to be the code there. There's going to be the code on the box. And the same code is going to match the code on the receipt. And in the inside of the boot, it's tough to see. You can kind of see it. As a matter of fact, there's still some of the padding in there to protect the toe. In there, you can kind of see something, maybe not, but there is some sort of writing in the middle right there. And it's in... not sure exactly what it is. I didn't get a chance to ask the guy at the shop what it meant because I didn't know it was under there. It was underneath the insole. I've checked out other versions like the Chameleon and basically every other version I've run across to make sure there's nothing in there in those, and there isn't. This is the only boot, including this one, that I've seen that have some sort of numbering and lettering in the inside. Not sure exactly what it means and why it was placed there, but I'm assuming that if you're going through a checklist to verify this as an authentic, that better be in there, unless otherwise you probably have a fake. And last but not least, because I'm trying to make this video very short while still giving you as much information as possible, is this. Let's see. That is a laser etching on there, and it says Campeones, Campeones. And in Spanish, that Campeones translated to English would be champions. So that's just another one of the little features they did for the World Cup champions. They gave them a star. They gave them their World Cup year. Changed the colorway to what their colorway would be, which is a gold and red. Um, and your one World Cup win to commemorate that first championship and the year of the World Cup. So, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of the boot. I mean, I can add at least another 10 minutes just on the technology of the boot, but I suggest you just go ahead and check out someone else's video for that. Um, Please leave me a message if you're a serious buyer. No low ballers. Remember, if you equivalent this to US, it's over $330 alone. So, don't ask to, buy it for the same price. Don't ask to sell it. Buy it for like $50 more. Know that this is an extremely valuable shoe. Cristiano Ronaldo's carbon fiber shoe, which is really only limited. Besides that, it's, he hasn't won anything. Um, his accomplishment as a World Cup champion isn't there yet. Maybe one day he will be, but at the moment he's not. So notice that this is a shoe that's even extremely much more limited. His win over 1,000. This is only 100. I have 98 left. Remember, so this shoe is extremely exclusive and is practically an investment that any shoe will go up in price. As a matter of fact, even old shoes that weren't even limited, just because they're a few years old, people want them back. And people are willing to pay quite a bit of money for them. So imagine a shoe that actually has value because of it being limited and representing a World Cup champion team. Remember that. So that's it. That's my recap on this shoe and the unboxing for those that just enjoy looking at rare boots and enjoy things, and then also for those that are interested in purchasing it. And please subscribe, because what I'm going to do is, while I'm out here in Spain, I'm going to try to acquire as many rare boots as I can, exclusive boots, some for my personal collection, and then some to put up for sale. So please subscribe, and this way you can be one of the first to check out the video. And if it's the boot you want, be the first to get on and get it, because these opportunities don't come around, especially like for myself living in the States. I don't run into good deals like this. Our boots are standard. It's the same Predator. It's the same this. Occasionally you get the carbon fiber that came in, things like that. And you're having to pay at least $500 for something crazy like that. 400, 300, I'm not sure. But, and they're not even really that exclusive besides the carbon fiber. But those were released all over the nation in the United States. And I'm pretty sure all over the country of Spain and other places. So, it loses its exclusiveness. And if anyone does decide to wear these, which personally I wouldn't do, I'll just go ahead and buy a yellow pair and wear those. If someone does wear them, now the number gets even smaller of shoes that have never been worn of such a limited number. So thanks for checking in, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave your comments and questions. Check the description for the full description. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.